Hey, what's up, Jared? How's it going? Welcome to our daytime stream for Wednesday. All right, let's get started. Click. Here we are. We're in vertical mode once again. Maybe we should have like a once a week horizontal day. What do you guys think? Last night, we gained 3,000 views and 9 subscribers from the nighttime stream. It's so much better than horizontal. I mean, you just can't justify horizontal, but I don't know. I'm nostalgic for it sometimes. All right, today we have, well, basically pricing up more Pokemon card slabs. We're waiting for Phantasmal Flames. How about choosing a new lightning break? Pricing up new slabs. And McDonald's Pikachu price reduction. All right, we're going to reduce Pikachu. I noted today when I looked at his price, because I was thinking about buying another one, I noted that his price has gone down slightly. So this is a sign that there's a lot of them graded, and there's plenty of supply. We're going live for Wednesday day. There it is. Okay, we've pinged the Discord server. Excuse me. All right, come over here. There we go. All right, so that's all set up. Do we have any pre-orders? Let me see if we had any pre-orders real fast. Okay. Okay, I thought we did. We had a pre-order. Maybe I'm remembering it wrong. Oh, I was going to look into those Minecraft packs too, wasn't I? Oh, here we go. Yeah, there is a... okay, hold on. Let me get rid of some of these emails. We get so many emails. Okay, we did this already, didn't we? Update from your secretary. We were paying for HBO Max and Disney. Oh my gosh. Okay, new device. Coinbase. Karis gave me some numbers. All right, we're going to delete all these useless emails. We don't need any of those emails. We had a lot of work today. We had a pest control guy come over. They're looking at this damage that these stupid woodpeckers are doing to our home. And I got my exercise in. I got my walk in. You know, I'm tempted to bring you guys along with me on the walk, but it's so easy to just take the walk and listen to like an audiobook or something. So I might just stick to that. I got my nice exercise in. I got a rest in. Got plenty of sleep today. I actually went to sleep early. Super tired, man. Okay, we're going to go ahead and delete some of these as well. We don't need all these emails. Sup, Mr. Quick question. Do you go through the returns when they come back after stream to see if you missed any viewer subs? Any viewer subs? I don't know what your question is, big fella. I don't understand the question. Can you rephrase why you're asking that question? Like, are you worried I missed your card or something? That was a submission from back in August, and there's 2 PSA submissions from August. That was submission 1. There'll be a submission number 2 coming in pretty soon, actually. I saw it. It's pretty far along. Here's Heath Davis, Quips Umbreon, and a Disney 100 pack split. Oh, ×2. He's taken 2 spots in there. Nice. All right. So that means Quips Umbreon is sold. I'm going to show this to Karis. She's got her friend over right now. And I think it'll be fun to show her friend that we got this card sold for $100. Where did that card go? The Quips Umbreon. Did we take a picture of it? We probably took a picture of it. That would mean it's in this box right over here. But where in this box? Oh, no, it's going to take a minute. Did you miss any cards from people in the submission? No, I guess not. I mean, here we are. Are you asking that because you have a missing card? I didn't miss any. We go down the list, and we show it all on camera. Yeah, we show it all on camera. We go down the list. It's a numerical list. How many spots left in that Gengar? Which Gengar? The big one? The sub list? There's like 3 Gengar breaks now. Not me. I know the system by now, says Mr. Whipple. Here we are. Quips Umbreon. Where is it? I'm excited that this card sold. It's gonna, I know what it's gonna do. It's gonna motivate her to get back to it, for sure. Is that the new lightning break? No, no, we haven't chosen one. Is it even in here? Did I put it in the U box? I need to make sure that I have a rule on how these cards get graded. All right, wait a second. Let me check the submission. Let me check the, not the submission channel. Let me check the channel. Make sure there's an actual picture of this, first of all. Duh. Oh, man, it's loading the pictures. Do you give her the whole 100? Yeah, she gets some money. There we are. She loves it. It's, she doesn't really even need the money, to tell you the honest truth. She has a full-time job as a software engineer. It's more like this feeling like she accomplished something, you know, like she made a card and she made it look good enough that it sold. And so she likes that feeling. Who wouldn't like that feeling? It's a special feeling. We've sold, oh, here we go. We've sold quite a few of her cards now. Here it is. So Quips Umbreon, it wasn't in box number 1. It must be in box number 3 then. Must be in, as if I was scoring it for being Umbreon. So let's put these all back. So these alphabetized boxes are a good idea, but I need to come up with a strict rule about how the cards go in there. Since it says Quips Umbreon, it should have been considered a K. Look at this Chespin. Isn't he cute? 30 bucks, 8.5 from the XY era. That's cute. This is a Cardconomist graded card too. That's kind of nice. All right, let's try this again. Let's try box number 2. It's not showing up in box number 2 either. So this is a real problem. Can't be having this. Could it be accidentally sorted into box number 3? Is it in the wrong box? Or box number 2, I should say. It's disappeared, okay? It doesn't exist anymore. Why? Oh my God. It went back into the box to be priced. It looks like not only did that one go in there, some others might have gone in there too. Oh my gosh. We put some of the cards in the wrong box. That's what happened. Okay, this goes in here. What else went in there that shouldn't have gone in there? This Duck Trio. That's exactly what happened. It went into the wrong box. Now we know about this problem and my brain will recalculate. Doesn't want to make that problem multiple times. All right. That lost us some time. Mistress, is that card again? It was on the table in last night's stream. No, it was here the whole time. We have this new sorting system, and if you missort the card, there's a heavy punishment for that. The punishment being that you now have to spend 10 minutes searching for it in all of the boxes. Quips Umbreon for $100. This is a design she came up with that she has redrawn a couple times, and it sells every time. So this is the 3rd one that is sold. It's a popular Umbreon drawing. Now she has the option to draw it again. Oh, hold on. Let's put Heath Davis on the back, not Quip. Heath Davis. Big fella says, that's why I'm asking if you go through the return. Do you go through the returns? It says, that's why I'm asking to see if you missed any viewers. I didn't. That's all I can say. I don't know. If you don't know if I missed anybody, I'm confident that I did not. I don't know if you're saying that you think I missed one. I just don't understand the question. Here it is. Does something go wrong? All right, there we go. Hey, what's up, real one? Well, hello, Mr. How's the head feel? Oh, way better. After the stream, I went to bed early, and I just slept and slept and slept and slept. So that healed a headache really well. How do I buy the lady in the middle, my good sir? That's $40, and you'll need to go into the description of the live stream to get my PayPal. You can use PayPal, ZELLE, VENMO, CASHAPP, all kinds of options. But that is a $40 card. When you buy it, it won't automatically ship unless you include $9 for shipping. So you also need to pay for shipping. Now, shipping on this channel is a flat $9, and it's for any amount of cards. So you could have me ship 50 slabs for $9. So it's always a flat fee. That means if you're shipping just one slab, it's not a very good deal. But if you're shipping like 50 slabs, it's an extremely good deal. So it's always $9. Did you not pull a tender out of that case? Can I buy a few more boxes? No, the rule was, we have a very strict rule. Those boxes will never come up for sale. So we've got another case of it though, and we could open that case up and begin allowing the sale of that product on the channel a pack at a time, like in the usual style. That case break was an experiment, and we want to make sure that if a case break does not fill up and is perceived to be hot, people don't get rewarded for staying out of the break, you know? So we don't want people who kind of hang back and they're like, nah. Let's see if it's a hot case and then I'll buy. We don't want that scenario. We don't want to reward people for staying out of the break. So the rules are those boxes will never come back up for sale. Here's Quip's Umbreon. All right, let me go give this to Quip. I wanted her to see it. All right, here we are. Yeah, we want to make sure we don't create an environment that benefits people for staying out of a case break. I'll move this away. Got a drink here, I'm moving it over here. All right. And you know, I did some warnings about that while we were getting ready. So if you were in the streams, you heard me warn that multiple times. I warned people that the case boxes will not be for sale afterwards. All right. So the title says repricing on the Pikachu. Pikachu getting a little cheaper here. Very nice. I'm committed to getting you guys the best breaks. I care a lot about that. We got this nice Pikachu break. Is now 1 in 9. We need 4 more people for this to go off. Here's our Halloween Gengar. He is already cheaper than the buy it now price. 30 times 7, 210. Here's our beautiful Master Ball Gengar. We brought him down to 18. So all 3 of these breaks are a little more enticing. We had a break go off yesterday. It was the lightning break. So the breaks are doing very well. And I'm very in tune with them. I care a lot about them. Heath Davis needs 2 spots in the pack split. Did you know about this right here, the pack split? This. Last message. Am I getting all your messages? Let me go into all chat. I don't know if I'm getting all your messages. All right, let's see. Big fella. I don't know what the message is, man. I'm not getting your message. Mr. Big Fella, whatever the message is, I'm not getting it. Try retyping it or try like rephrasing it. Maybe YouTube's banning whatever it is you're saying. So I think there could be a little confusion here because you said read my last message, but I'm not seeing anything to read. Are you pricing right now? Daily dose of Pokemon Quest. Oh, right. You want those Pokemon Quest cards. All right. So I got to take a look at them. Give me a second here. Let me take care of Heath. He had already paid for something. Here you go, Heath. Heath Davis. What about the Nami break? The Nami break. Yeah, that's a nice one, isn't it? That one stays the same. It is only this one was being reduced. There we go. The Nami break is moving pretty fast, too. I'd like to show you that. That went up to 5 out of 18 right away. So that one was a clear sign of popularity. Let's grab this bag. Hey, miss, how you doing? What's up, Rafael Aguilera? How's it going, man? Okay. He's trolling. He's not trolling. Did Alexis call off? No, she should be in, actually. She did not call off. She said she'll just be in late. She comes in a little later in the day. She tends to come in a little later in the day. Here we are. How many are in the Nami break? Oh, Nami break is 5 out of 18. Pretty good, actually, for the start of that break. It's a lot of money already. I mean, that's $200 right away. And this shall be the P split. Okay. Happy Wednesday, guys. How's it going? How's it going? It is Wensleydale. Here's a little Metatite. Here's a little Gyarados. We priced this last night. This card's just getting more and more expensive, man. We used to sell these for less than $100 not too long ago. See, I bought a whole bunch of those at once, and I just been kind of grading them here and there, and their price have been going up. I want that Nami manga. I need to make that manga. Number 6. Did that show up, chat? Look at that, guys. He said, did that show up, chat? Something you're saying is like banned by YouTube, Mr. Big Fella. Big Fella, I don't know what you're trying to say. You know, try emailing me the question or try using Discord, because it's obvious that the message is not showing up. I don't know why. Did you reach 100 last night? Oh, I don't know. Did we reach 100? We might have. I'm not sure, actually. I wasn't watching. All right. I don't always pay attention. So, I'm supposed to, though. Brandel Vargas, Meowth Scyther return. Yes, sir. Okay, Brandel is going to have me return Meowth and Scyther. So, here they are. Okay. Give me one moment. So, I do have your address, right? Oh, I need your address. Brandel, let me come over here. You might have given me your address already. I know who you are on Discord. Please give me shipping address here. Thanks. All right, so he can give me that information in Discord, and then we can get that label made. There we go. Also email. Just retype the message, Big Fella. The message is not going through on YouTube. YouTube must be blocking it. You should try sharing it with me in Discord or email, I think. Do, 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 do. Thank you, Mr. Brandel. I just got it. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Okay, so this is not a very heavy package. Okay, we're going to add signature to this one. Okay. I think my live custom is going to be one off from a hit. CS Man, what's up, CS Man? How's it going, man? All right, so now we're just waiting for this stupid software to give me a price, which it takes forever for it to do that for some reason. It underwent an update, and now it takes even longer to print a label. It's absolutely outrageous. I actually just sent them I actually emailed Stamps to let them know how bad it is, which is something I would never do. You really have to push me to my limit to get me to bother to reach out about a problem like this. But I'm just going to stare at the screen for a minute and see how long it takes. All right. My Team Rocket Handiwork get a 10. I didn't notice the PSA Slabs came in. My Team Rocket Handyman getting a 10. Stellar work, mister. Congratulations, man. That's an XY era card, and I bet you it's worth like $500 to $1,000 or something. I mean, all those cards from that time period are super expensive now. Big Fella says, just sent you an email. Okay. All this time has passed, and Stamps.com has not calculated a price. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Okay. So let me hit print. So that took like a full minute almost. Wow. That's crazy. That means when I'm making a label, I have to queue up the label. And then after the label is queued up, then we can, there we go. After the label is queued up, we can print the label like a full minute later. That's nuts. Randall Vargas, did you have a bag? I can try to ship your bag out with your other stuff, save you some money on shipping. Beatrice, Brett, Bill Barron. He might have had a bag over here too. Let's see if he had a bag over here. Randall Vargas. All right, cool. So we'll ship all this stuff together. Not much in the bag. Okay. Just a couple cards. There it goes. All right. Add a question and answer sticker. Is that new? Huh. The screen is telling me I can add something new, a question and answer sticker. Huh. Very interesting. Okay, so let me jump in here. He said he sent me an email. August return. I rewatched the video and I noticed you may have missed my Trick or Trade Gengar, and I'm making sure that you haven't gotten it on the table. So my first thought, Mr. Big Fella, is that is so weird that YouTube was blocking that. There's not a single word in that message that would have been blocked. So I didn't create any special keywords that block Trick or Trade or Gengar. So that's very strange to me. I've got no clue why it wouldn't let you post that. Second of all, I know exactly what you're talking about. I did not miss that one. What happened was near the end, we went ahead and located yours. In fact, I remember this whole process. I had to go back through my pile of slabs that I thought were mine, and we got your exact Gengar, which graded PSA 10, by the way, and we got the exact correct certification number. So you should just be able to ship. Let me just double check this. I'll go back to the list. What's going on is, you know, maybe what I should do is by the time everyone's slab is located, I should do like a whole, like a whole portion of the video where we show them all off in order. Maybe that's a good idea. Of course, if I do that, that takes even more time out of the stream. So it's tricky, isn't it? But your card was, let's see, PSA submission. Was it near the end, by the way? I feel like it was closer to the end, wasn't it? Here it is. Riley Kretowicz, Gengar 057 Hollow Trick or Trade. Congratulations. That one graded 10. And the cert number ended in like 120 or something. I can't remember. But yeah, and it came right after the Sylveon, exactly. So we got your exact Gengar, and you're all good, okay? It's ready to ship out when you wanted to ship it out. All right, thank you very much for that. Yeah, again, I have no clue why YouTube wouldn't let you post that. That's so strange. Next up, we have Jeff Leon. One Final Fantasy CB. Let's get it. The Final Fantasy, has that changed yet? Have those gone up yet? Here we are. All right. Hey, what's up, Mr. Savage? He says it's a fake scam. Here we are. All right, let's open this up. Hands on the table. I only buy MetaZoo cards. Those are the real store value. Howdy, Cardconomist. Did you see that gold PPPP price? Gold is down, but people are saying it's temporary. Other items that are down include real estate. Ooh, Lightning Army of One. That looks great. All right. Thank you, Jeff, for the big order. Whoa! Surge Foil Lightning. Oh, my gosh. What a pack. And Squall. What a great pack. He just got a fantastic pack, everybody. So many good cards just waiting to be discovered in these booster packs, everybody. Congratulations. This is a pricey one. That's Surge Foil Cloud, and he is a chase card. Okay. Let's go ahead and fit this guy in here. No, they got cheaper, Law. Huge. 500. There you have it, guys. Big hit. Cloud. EX Soldier. Beautiful. Okay. They got a little cheaper, huh? Okay. Here's the Squall. Yeah, everything's, the stock market has dipped a little bit today. Not too much. Actually, I'm still up like 19% in the stock market. That's pretty high. But, you know, everything's gotten so expensive. People are probably tired of these shockingly high prices. Pokemon's gotten expensive. Alphanod, Summoner, Furion, Wild Rose Warrior, and Planes. Planes? Planes, trains, automobiles. Do you still have all your gold coins? Yep, I still got them. I bought the gold coins back when they were around... Well, they had just gone up by like 30%. I don't remember what I paid for them. I'd have to look it up. Chocomog. But I know I was way up because gold was like up 50%. Here's Capital City. Here's Sandworm. It is I, your beloved Sandworm of the desert. Here's Barrett Wallace. Haste Magic. Summon Fat Kokobo. Bear and Airship Kingdom. And there you have it. All right, cool. So you came, you saw, you conquered, Mr. Jeff. Big pull here. Cloud Surge Foil is a big deal. Congratulations, man. We're still looking for the... It shows you that while you're hunting for those numbered Kokobos, you can pull other cards that are big hits anyways. Such a great set. Okay, Jeff. Jeffy Weffy. There you go, Jeff. Who got the Final Fantasy Collector Pack? That would have been Jeff. So, Jeff, you got Sexy Girl. Not bad, actually, Jeff. Wow. If you could just be lucky all the time, that'd be perfect. There you go. How much is shipping, says Coeli. Coeli DeVille. Hey, Coeli, $9. $9 flat fee. It actually never changed. It's always $9. Funny enough, though, on my side, it did change. It got more expensive for me. So I keep the price the same for you guys, but on my side, it's gotten more expensive. A lot more expensive. Even the price of the cardboard boxes are up. Like, I used to pay like 75 cents a box. Now it's like $1.10. It's like, Jesus, dude, it's like doubling in the price of the cost of cardboard. I'm tempted to move over to bubble wrappers for certain orders at this point. Friggin' panic sellers. Well, it might not be the panic sellers. It might be big banks, big businesses, institutions going, all right, the market's high, let's dump. You know, because that's kind of how a market, you know, it goes zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. We're not traders like that. We're not, I don't mess around with that kind of stuff because I'm not a brilliant genius. I don't have any advantage in the market. So I have a philosophy that things generally go up. So when I see something good or rare, I just buy it and I hold it. Just buy it and hold it. Weather the storm. Here goes Pat Gibbs, one live. Oh my God, Mr. Pat. Pat's on a roll, guys. Pat is on a roll. He wants 2 Poke Shuffles. Can I see my bag before I send for shipping? Yeah, we could do that. Here we are. Give me a second. You got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Most of all, because I know exactly where your bag is. Makes it easy. 2 cold ones. All right. Poke Shuffles didn't pay out. What was in these live shuffles? Ella Kid. Oh, that's a good one. I know that one. That's a vintage card, I'm pretty sure. There it is. So it's an Ella Kid 10 vintage. Very hard to get those vintage 10s. But it's also a Yukimori card. So look, he's a little Play-Doh. Love it. All right. Here you go, Pat. Okay. Putting that back there. Very cute. Look at this Mewtwo. Only $125 for a 9. I'm going to put the Mewtwo in the live customs for just $100. So it's going to go in on a discount. It's a cool card. This will replace that one that just came out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So a little discounted. It's a good card. I mean, Ace of Spades Mewtwo 9, right? The live customs are loaded, guys. They're so full because we have so many good slabs now. Mewtwo 9. So, you know, we've got our choice of the best possible cards to put in there. And I'll do this off screen. I don't want you to see what's going in here because it gives you an advantage of knowing what card is, you know, like you'll associate the commons with the pull. You're like, oh, I know what's coming up. Can't have that. All right. So those are filled with pulls. And now we jump back here. And he's going in here. Okay, Mewtwo's out. Love the live custom. So cool. The quest stickers, right. Coeli wants to see his bag. So I got to decide exactly what I want to do with the quest stickers. Believe it or not, Mr. Dominic, I didn't buy them strictly to flip them. Some of them I want to keep. Here's Coeli. Okay, we've got what? Here's a little Eevee, Glaceon. But I have some duplicates, so I might be willing to sell you the duplicates, okay? One for me, one for you, right? Yeah, nice little chunk. You got a little Glaceon in there. What you can do with this, instead of buying shipping, you could trade me this bag for like a slab up here that you like. If you see a slab you like, you know, because I've got too many slabs and I need more cards to grade. See where I'm at? Too many slabs and I need more raw cards. So if you guys ever want to, if you see something nice on the table, make me an offer for it. There we go. We got all kinds of nice. You can even ask for spots and breaks. Like here's a Gyarados for 100. Here's a little nice little. Look at that. That's 230. Here's a Blastoise for 150. Oh, here's one Pat. I'm sorry, not Pat. Here's one Dominic. This got priced last night. This Blastoise got an 8, $150. Okay. Oh, this has 2 people in it now. We need 2 more people. We have more of these Gengars as a 10. You know, I'd be open-minded to trading the Gengars for sure. Here's a little Koga's Ditto. Here's a nice Umbreon for 130. All right, and then we got some over here, too. We got some cards over here. There we are. Little Execute. I don't think I have any Entei. I know you like Entei. I can't think of any off the top of my head. We got these. Did you guys see these? These are Mega Evolutions. Look at these poker cards. So, like this Mega Camera Up. These are extremely rare Mega Evolution poker cards. All right, all right, all right. So, Pat Gibbs probably clicking his fingers together going, woo! So here's that McDonald's Pikachu. He's not a 1 out of 9. 2 spots in the McDonald's Pikachu for Joey Albrecht. Here goes Joey. I like the Celebrations Gyarados. It is cool. Yeah, I'd trade you that for your bag if you wanted. I'm trying to gather together lots of common cards so that I can have a you know, something new to send off to tag, because I'm just going to run out. So if I don't make any trades, I got to go online and buy singles or open up a case of my own product, which that'd be pretty easy to do too, actually, to be honest. So these go in here. I got some Terra Festival. I could just open some of that. Apparently, I bought too much Mega Symphonia. I was organizing my inventory. That's what AI told me to do. AI is really useful, man. It gives such great like base advice, and it says you need to understand your own inventory better. And I was looking at all the Mega Symphonia, going, I should crack one of these, right? I should open one of these Mega Symphonia cases, open up a case of it, send it all off to grade. Then I'll have plenty of slabs, and I'll reduce this oversupply of Mega Symphonia. Whatever happened to your Team Rocket Returns cards? Still got them. Did they move up much? Oh, yeah. I'm still holding on to my Team Rocket Returns cards. I believe they've been moving up significantly, yes. I believe the Dark Dragonite Returns just sold for a record price, right? Let me see. PSA 10 Returns. Dragonite. All right. And let me check sold. I heard it sold for a record price of like $8,000 or something. I can't remember. Okay, well, it didn't sell on Feebay. It sold somewhere else. But somebody brought that to my attention. I was like, $8,000? I own like 6 of those. That's like $48,000 worth of Dragonites now. If you want to give me a quick offer for my bag, I'd trade for a store credit slab only. Yeah, so you said you liked the Gyarados. How about we get you that Gyarados? Let me find it. Hold on. Here he is. So here's a Gyarados, but hold on. Wait, it gets better. Wait, there's more. Since we're besties, you know. I got a lot of other cards that I just got to get rid of, too. So I'm going to offer you that Gyarados for 100. And a little side card that I just got to get rid of. How about this good-looking Dragonite 9? So a Dragonite and a Gyarados. How about that? There we go. Where's my sleeves? Neo 3 Ho-Oh, it's going nuts. It's all going nuts. Sure, so Quelly. All right, you got it. You know why, Quelly? Because I got a ton of slabs, and I don't have enough raw cards. So I'm looking for trades. You can trade for 9s, 10s, 8s, whatever you guys want. I don't care. Quelly. Quelly. All right, there it goes. All right, I hope this makes your day, Mr. Coeli. And then I'll take this bag. Let me see exactly what I got again. I actually forgot. All right, so we got some of these, a little Eevee, bunch of hollows. Those are some full arts. Here's a Thingamabobby Tyranitar, some more of these Pokeball cards. We got an Umbreon. We got a Glaceon. The Glaceon only sells for about 100 if it grades 10. So I think you got a great deal there. Okay, and we'll create a new bag here. Could grade 9, and then I'd be behind on the trade. Okay. Do you only collect PSA 10s? What Japanese set was that? Terra Festival? Are you talking about the Glaceon or are you talking about the Gyarados? The Gyarados is Japanese celebrations. So Joey Albrecht needs 2 Poke Shuffles. Joey Albrecht. Joey Albrecht. Here you go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. All right. Yeah, the Gyarados was from the 25th anniversary collection. There you go. 2 cold ones. We got Carlos Sura. He says, give me that Pikachu break. You got it, Mr. Carlos. All right, Pikachu's surely going to go off. All but certain. Okay. We'll Pikachu in there. That's an 8 now. 1 spot away. Happy Wednesday, guys. Hope you're having a great Wednesday. Pat Gibbs is next. 2 Poke Shuffles and Ship My Slabs. Congratulations on all your pulls, man. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Can I transfer for my 40 to the Nami break? Yes, sir. I'd be happy to do that. That's Pat Gibbs. 2 cold Poke Shuffles. Pat Gibbs. 2 cold Poke Shuffles. Okay. Let's get this for Mr. Edward. We got to get you some shipping too now, right? Is it here? Yes. Ah, found it. Okay, so that's spent. Let's go put it in the Nami break. I have the master set, but ungraded. I just need the Umbreon in a 10, and I complete the 25th anniversary. Oh, cool, man. So that was a really good trade for you. Well, I was happy to get you something that makes you feel good. So, where's the mango? Here it is. I hope that Glaceon grades 10. If he grades 9, that's a bad trade for me. Here's Nami. I just got to have cards to grade. I got to, you know. Now, ship my slabs for Pat Gibbs. All right, Mr. Pat. Mr. Gibbs. Pat Gibbs. Okay. So Nami cracks up to 6. Pikachu breaks up to 8. We don't have a new break chosen. Okay, Pat, it takes forever for the label to be made these days. I'm going to go ahead and jump over here. Actually, let me hit a button, which I think will force it to. There you go. Okay, so we're verifying updated rates. Wow, that's really stupid, dude. It takes like 7 minutes for that. Let's see. Now we've got to click on this. Jeff Leon is next. 1 prismatic. Mr. Jeff, he's feeling good. Okay, 1 prismatic. 2 Nikkei English. Okay, we got Nikkei English. We sold a lot of that Nikkei English through Mr. John Lucas, which, speaking of which, we still have to price up his slabs. 2 Sneaker Bunkos, Volume 2. Sneaker Bunkos, Volume 2. Where are we hiding? Where are we hiding those? Okay, give me a second. I'll pull this whole box out. Here it is. We're just running low on them. 2 Oshinoko, Volume 2. We also have Oshinoko Volume 1. Is that on the menu? I feel like it's not on the menu. That's Azure Lane 2. There it is. Okay. That's Jeff Leon's order. Here you go, Jeff. Okay. All right. I'll do trades for other bags if you guys want some slabs. I especially got a lot of 9s to get rid of, too. You might get a more generous trade on a 9. I just heard some noise. All right, here's this. Here's this. Here's a full art. Here's a hollow. Okay, you got Boobs McBoobies. What kind of outfit style is this? That's a very Asian style. Here's Sword Girl. Oh yeah, we got a full art of this to sell, don't we? Okay. And now we've got this as well. Here's a hollow. Oops. And here's a hollow and a hollow. And Iron Boulder Atticus. I'm sorry, Jeff, nothing too crazy popping out this time. I don't think it's a big deal. You're doing really well so far. It's actually a pretty small order. Yeah, you're doing pretty good today, I'd say. Toss this over here. Let's grab Mr. Jeff's bag. There you go, Jeff. Atticus, huh? Stinky. Here's Weavile. This is pretty good. $140 for Altar Excadrill. I mean, that seems like it's wrongly priced even. Here's Mimikyu 10 for $150. Is this right? Does someone want to look this up? Is this the right price for Excadrill? All right, let's see. Bryant Foucault, what's up, mister? Hope all is well, well, well. Why, thank you very much, Mr. Bryant. It is well. Thank you for asking. Appreciate it. Okay, so I think we are caught up on the queue, and that gives us a chance to price some stuff. So I'm going to delete this. All right, let's grab some commission slabs, actually. So we got a bunch of these commission slabs from John Lucas and from, who was the other guy? The other guy, it's it Jimmy Therese? I believe it's Jimmy Therese without looking up his note. Here we go. So we've got a card called Code Word, and this will be a blue label. This is from, actually, we should maybe focus on the signatures first. But this one's called Code Word. And what is this from? 5HY? A Hamburg steak. What? You're killing me with that card, says Edward. Which card? Killing you softly? There's a lot going on in the world these days. I just heard the Ukrainian president saying he would agree to a ceasefire where the new country border lines are drawn, you know, where the fight is done, where the battle lines are drawn. That's a pretty big deal. This is quintessential quintuplets, and that card in particular is $49. $49. J. Lucas. It's been a while since I've seen a pack break. This right here, this has 2 people in it. We need 2 more. It's the Topps Chrome 100 anniversary pack. It's really expensive. Of course, some of the top pulls in here go for tens of thousands of dollars. It's really ridiculous how high those cards get in terms of price. All right, so there's one of those. And let's grab one of these. Let's grab the best card out of each box. Let's do that. I'm going to grab a really good card here. So here's a good one. Oh, that's a 9, though. Okay, wait a second. Oh, these have a smell to them. Somebody else's house. For the Topps Chrome. One person wins the pack? No. Each person gets 1 card. Maybe he means a pack split where everybody gets, or where one guy gets the whole card. All right, we're going to place this card up here and this card up here. This is going to be for Jimmy Therese. These are consignment. I think I better pause consignment. I feel like I can't handle the influx of slabs. That looks like it's my handwriting. Crazy. All right. Ooh. All right, Jimmy, you got a little chip on the slab here. It's not too bad. It doesn't affect the encapsulation. I don't think it'll affect the sale of the card too much. So we got this guy too. So that's Sonic the Hedgehog. Cardconomist graded Sonic. Got a rare 10. Look at the centering on that. Really good. Must have just been a really clean card, huh? Wow. Okay. And here's this. So these are both Jimmy Therese's cards. Oh, I never got the quest card priced up. Too many things to do. I don't know if Dominic's still watching. Dominic, we just broke through a bunch of the orders, so now we have a chance to do a little bit of work. All right, so Gengar. Imagine how busy it's going to get when a new set comes out. Gengar, Poker. I created a large prompt for AI to learn about my finances and our real estate. And all three of the AIs once again recommended that we move. Okay. So it looks like we're probably going to price this around $240. Let me just make sure that we have the right guy. Make sure I write the correct name on this. Okay, so it's going to be Jimmy Therese. Yes, Jimmy Therese. Do you have any 10 pokers? Not of this Gengar. Not of this Gengar, no. I kind of hoard those. I have sold them in the past when they were easier to obtain. They're not so easy anymore. It is. But I don't know, who knows? Maybe I'll sell another one day. Sonic, I don't know what to price the Sonic at. That one's a theoretical price. We don't want to go too high, but we don't want it to be unfairly low either. So let's see. Let's just type in 10 tops Sonic. 10 top Sonic. See what we get. Okay, hold on. Sonic the Hedgehog. Because if you don't type in the Hedgehog, you get sports cards. Yuck. Okay. It's a very nice title card. I don't see any. Let me go to sold. Whoa, look at this. This is a Sonic. Oh, that's a 7. Oh, it says tag 10 there, but it's actually a tag 7. I was like, that sold for 100? I was about to say, somebody got a really good deal. No, the title is incorrect. All right. So I can't find a title card for sale. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, there's just nothing to go off of. So I'm going to come up with my own price for these. What I found online is that you could find some PSA 10s of other Sonic cards from the same set, and they were like uglier than this one. This one's really good. It's the title card. So we're going to go with a competitive $150 for the title card. You can do your own research on this to see how you feel about it. J. Therese. Okay. So we got a John Lucas card and 2 Jimmy Therese cards up here. Those are, notice they're in blue. That makes them commission cards. It means I'm selling them for someone else to help them out. All right, to Texas. Yeah, so 2 of the AIs, 2 of them out of 3 of them, when I asked them the best place to move, they said, guess what? Dallas, Texas. Both of them said Dallas, Texas. I don't want to move there. I've been there. It's hotter than Missouri. And I just felt like it was really big, but it just didn't feel as good as Missouri feels. Missouri, I know it sounds crazy, but it has a nice feeling to it in a certain degree, especially out here in Lake of the Ozarks. It feels, it feels like, I don't know, it's hard to describe. But, you know, Texas had this feeling like, Dallas, Texas had this feeling like a city that had just been thrown together by everyone moving into it. That's what it felt like. So all these people had just moved into it. That's how it feels. It doesn't feel, I don't know, it feels like an international city, I guess that's one way to put it. Whereas Missouri has more like maybe like a small town Missourian vibe. Like there's actual Missourians out here. It's a very distinct feeling, you know? And I didn't like that about Dallas. I felt like I didn't belong there. And so I guess what I take away from the choices is that AI 100% believes we should move to a no-tax state. I heard that there's going to be on a voting bill in Florida pretty soon. There's going to be, basically, you're going to get to vote whether or not the government should be allowed to tax real estate. And I tell you what, if Florida becomes a no income tax state where you also pay no taxes on your real estate either, I might have to move there, because then the only taxes remaining will be like on consumption, like food and groceries and stuff like that. And for a person who's got a ton of Pokemon cards and wants to own a big house, that is extremely attractive, because the only taxes is on my food, not on my house and not on my Pokemon cards. Florida going to become like some kind of rich person state real fast if they pass that law. Here goes. What do we got? Rich people will flock there. Jeff Leon says 1 Prismatic, 1 Nikkei English, 1 Sneaky Bunko, 1 Oshinoko. All right, you got it. Another round of these. You got it. Mr. Not Moving. No, it's looking more than ever like we are definitely moving. It is. 1 Sneaker Bunko. All of the AIs had consensus that we should move out of Missouri to escape the Missouri taxes. Okay, 1 Sneaky Bunko, 1 Oshinoko. All right, and by the way, the website is ready. The only thing left is to learn how to implement it. I have to be trained on using the website a little bit. So the website is ready. And the reseller's license is almost done. So I'm just taking advice from AI, and it's like making improvements. So it's very clever. It's like getting free business advice. Here goes, Mr. Jeff. We got Treasure Tracker Knocked Out, Floodamain. All right. Woohoo, 61 months. Damn, dude, that's a long time, Mr. Russ. I'm leaving New York for Florida. Yeah, New York. You know, if you think about it, right now they're debating whether, if they can stop this Mamdani guy or whatever his name is, and he's a, self-proclaimed socialist. And if you think about it, the fact that some areas are already pretty blue and they're already pushing those kind of policies, and it's very popular amongst the people there, that scares away the conservatives anyways. So you're probably missing tons of conservative voters in a place like Illinois, California, New York, because all the conservatives already escaped to Texas, Florida, maybe Nevada, maybe Tennessee, right? So all the conservatives are flocking to the new tax states. It is Jeff Leon, not just conservatives, but people who actually have stuff. And over time in America, I think that you're going to see these no tax states become, the next super well-built areas, because it's going to be areas where everyone who wants to succeed is going to want to be there. And people are going to appreciate how important that is. Here's Mega Salamit. That's my theory. Here's Magneton, which has not sold. We're going to let him rotate just a little more. Here's Mega Sharpedo. Will we still be able to order the way we do now when the website's up? Yes. Yes, nothing will really change. New people will have the chance to use the website. Anyone can use it, but it'll just be a different way to order. All right, I'm leaving New York for Florida. Yeah, I'm thinking if they remove property taxes, I could move pretty well anywhere in Florida. I don't even care at that point. Maybe just somewhere in Orlando. I don't care. And it's like, dang, dude, I can have no taxes on my income and no taxes on my property. That's the most American state in the union. What? That is the most American state at that point. William Henry says 4 Sneaker Bunkos. Name is William Henry. You got it, William. Let me go grab some fresh Sneaky Bunkos, okay? All right. Wait, was that what we ran out of? Yeah, that's what we ran out of. Anyways, so we just called a real estate agent today to start working on selling our homes. So that's what's going on. So we are working on that. AI was so adamant about us moving. It said the best thing you can do is sell your houses as is as fast as you can. It's like, wow. It's like, don't even renovate them. Sell as is. I live here and wish people would stop coming here. It's very congested. Yeah. Well, and perhaps as it becomes congested, perhaps there will be a large group of people who can no longer afford the cost of living. And then those people will demand socialism. See the problem? Here it is. They'll say, hey, we can't live here anymore. This isn't right. There's all these rich people. They should, there should be price controls. I should get food stamps. I should get a housing stipend. And then, well, where are you going to get the taxes for that? Well, tax the rich. And then you tax the rich, and the rich say, bye-bye, we're out of here. We're going to Wyoming, middle of nowhere. You can't catch them anymore. They're not catchable that way. I think the trick is actually to court them and get them to pay as much taxes as you can without them losing. Without them leaving. That's the caveat. You don't want to scare them away. You want them to pay rent, right? You want the rich to come in and pay some rent of some sort, but not just pay rent. You want them to come in and consume. You want them to spend money on stuff in the local economy. They can spend money anywhere they want. When you're rich enough, you can spend money in UAE, Hong Kong, Switzerland. So you can spend money anywhere. But the goal is to get them to spend money with you. That's what makes you wealthy, I think. I think people forget that that's kind of how it works. You want them to come to you. The more I say it like this, you're trying to collect billionaires. You want to collect them. You want to collect the billionaires into your state or into your country and get them paying taxes ASAP. Like they pay federal no matter what. There we go. All right, let's put this over here. But it's a tricky thing, you know, like gentrification and all that. So it's an interesting conversation when you agree. It's an interesting conversation. Utah, Wyoming, very tempting, most beautiful part of the country there, and the PNW. Piasu, I am looking at hopefully one day buying a piece of land in Alpine, Wyoming. Look it up, Alpine, Wyoming. I want to buy a piece of land. I don't want to buy a house there. It's too early. I don't want to buy a house. There's nothing out there yet. But I just want to own a piece of land in case that place becomes built up and beautiful. It's shocking, dude. It's so gorgeous. And I would love to maybe just own like a little summer home out there or something, or probably a summer home, yeah. I don't know about the winter. They got winter sports too, though. We are. Alpine, Wyoming. We could move there now. Karis and I could pack our bags and just go to Alpine. But I think it would be bad for the business. I think that if we had a house in Alpine, it would take longer for me to get my packages, especially in the winter. And so I would just be even further behind other people on opening sets. And then I just think there's nothing to do out there other than nature. So there's no malls. There's not a lot of hospitals. There's nowhere to eat. Probably just a couple restaurants. Not a good place to live. Probably a good place for vacation. But, you know, every place in America is getting built up and developed. And so I wouldn't mind buying land in Alpine, Wyoming ahead of time. Just sit on it as an investment rather than like stocks, and hope that the area gets really developed and then build a little house on my own land. You can get undeveloped parcels for dirt cheap. That's right. Here's our nurse. Here's our Trico. Here's our McDonald's Pikachu. Hey, he's got one spot left. All right. Pat Gibbs is back. He says, hey, why don't we try 3 more shuffles for a heat check? Oh, yeah, heat check? All right, let's just see. Just moved next to a USPS FedEx shipping facility. Big brain move. 1, 2, 3. Actually, that's not a bad idea. I guess then I could just drive the packages there myself. Here we are. Cold. 3 cold ones this time. I'm sorry, man. 3 cold ones. Let's get this chest spin in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chest spin is a reverse hollow, XY hollow. All right. What about California? Hell no, dude. California has the best weather and it's got amazing beaches, but it's like the tax rate is like 15% on your income. So you're definitely paying rent to live there, and it's a really heavy rent. And I kind of just want to build wealth. And I have a strong belief that there's other places in the country that are also beautiful. There we go. I don't think that is a kind of monopoly that one state owns, even if it's considered marginally better, perhaps, right? They're moving Hollywood out of California. Did you know that? And tech companies, they're definitely not tied down. It makes you wonder, like tech companies, they're all on the internet. You don't need to be in California for any reason. You could relocate to Austin, Texas. You could relocate to Miami, Florida. You could relocate to Reno, Nevada. You could relocate to all kinds of places and just pay like significantly less taxes as a business. Why would you stay in California and pay all those taxes? Other than it's just very hard to relocate. And maybe California is just a nice place to live and you have the money to live there. But I mean, the taxes are just so outrageous. It just makes no sense. It's like you've got this whole wide country to live in and you chose the place with the worst taxes. It's really rough. Here it is. Got to come to Jersey. Jersey is also one of the biggest offenders when it comes to taxation. Jersey has some of the highest tax rates in the whole country, along with New York. And I'm not saying it's a bad place to live. I'm just saying you could just move and instantly save humongous amounts of money. All right. Okay, we've got, it's not because they're crowded that they cost that much. It's not the crowd. Like Dallas, Texas is crowded. It's the policy. Your own laws are punishing you for living there, for existing there. Jeff says, one more Prismatic, one more Oshinoko, one more Nikkei English, and one more Sneaker Bunko. You got it, man. All right, Jeff, thank you so much, man. I'm glad you started hanging out and you opened a couple packs, and it actually was pretty lucky. One Prismatic, Oshinoko, Nikkei English, Sneaker Bunko. Okay, so we need this guy right over here. Very good. All right. No, but I hear all the time about how beautiful California is. It's got mountains, it's got desert, it's got beaches, it's got everything, right? But it also comes with that heavy taxes, man. And Karis and I both work jobs with a decent income, and it's like we do the math and we're like, hey, man, we get to retire years earlier just living in the right spot in the country. Go. All right, we got Dun Sparse. I'm really tempted by Florida. If Florida really does get rid of real estate taxes, I know they're going to have to make up for that in some other way. But yeah, I mean, if they really get rid of that, I would anticipate Florida real estate jumping in price over time. We are. Let's see. Here's a hollow. The only problem with Florida right now is it gets hurricanes, more hurricanes than any other state in the country. And I don't want to insure my cards against hurricanes. So Reno, Nevada is on the list. Nashville, Tennessee is on the list, actually. We were just doing more research. AI recommended Nashville or Dallas. Those were the recommendations. It also kind of shouted out Orlando. It's like, Orlando, maybe. Dun Sparse. Jeff Leon, one Dun. Is this Jeff's order? Yes, it is. We just need our taxes to drop down a lot. We become the Golden State again. Yeah, that's something you guys could vote for. And if you did, I think it would attract a lot of people back to California, definitely. Of course, maybe it's so crowded, nobody really wants that. Maybe they're like, we're glad you're leaving. You know, like, get out of here. There's people who have billions of dollars of wealth, and they're so rich that they want a place where everyone else is pushed out of, you know, if you think about it. Go. So I could see that being part of the reasoning for the design of California. And so it's not a place meant for somebody like me who's trying to build up wealth and hold on to it and not just give it away. It's meant for somebody else who maybe already has generational wealth that they inherited from their daddy. And now they're just looking for the best quality of life possible, and they don't really care that they have to pay rent for that, you know? Here's Moltres, but it's an interesting conversation. Here's another conversation. I believe I just heard today that the Supreme Court has ruled 6-3 in Trump's favor on the birthright citizenship issue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There you go. I don't know if that's true. I didn't have a chance to look it up. I was just flipping through my feed, and I think I heard someone say that. Maybe somebody here can confirm that. Trick Umbreon 10 is Trucker 21 crashes into 2 cars, kills 3. Ooh, that's like Karis's nightmare. She gets scared every time we pass a truck on the road. Here, let me see. Maybe it should always just be these Korean cards, actually. I'm here. Unleash the ponies. All right. Okay, here's 1. Here's 2. Here's 3. All the retired people come come live in Palm Springs and Indian Wells during the winter and move back to Vancouver, California. Sure. Yeah, well, I mean, maybe you could buy one home in California as like a vacation home, and then, your base of operation is actually in a place like Florida. And so you get the Florida taxes, but you still get to enjoy California. That's clever, right? I don't know if California will allow that. I think they will. But, California will probably find some way to tax that too. They'll be like, you got to pay more taxes. I was cleaning my SpongeBob room. This gonna say 120. There it goes. Yeah, some people are impressed with my trajectory in life, my story. Some people are impressed by my story. I'm a guy from Missouri, not a state known for building wealth. But what I did was I worked very hard. I did a lot of normal jobs all the way up to about the age of 24. Just quit my jobs, went to college with all the money I saved. I saved all my money. I went to college, got a computer science degree, this was a very critical, important part of my life. I made a very conscious decision to invest in a high quality partner. And so I got married to my wife, who I met in college. She became a software engineer. The goal was for both of us to be software engineers. And then, I started working on YouTube and got successful over there. I was making about $80,000 a year. To be honest, that's about as much as I would have earned with my software engineer degree anyways. So, and in fact, I might have earned more than 80. So, but then I swapped over to Pokemon cards as a form of investment. And I've always invested like every single dollar of my money. I don't screw around, all investment. So now I get to sell Pokemon cards across the world, including into rich places like New York and California and Illinois and Texas and Florida. But I live in a cheap place to live. Missouri is one of the lowest costs of living. So I make money on the internet. I live in a cheap state. I married a software engineer. I invest all my money. So my trajectory in life has been super poor, broke, homeless guy to guy living in Lake House with probably $1 million Pokemon card collection. And none of it was an accident. And I worked 7 days a week for that too. I didn't screw around. No messing around. No, not a lot of vacations. Not a lot of time off. All investing all the time. And so I'm this kind of guy who thinks about that kind of process, and I'm obsessed with it. Like a video game, I'm obsessed with it. So here's my next move now. I'm thinking, let's get out of Missouri. Let's get into a place like Dallas, Texas, Nashville, Tennessee, Orlando, Florida, Reno, Nevada. And what we'll do is once we're there, we're going to make an extra 5% basically, because no more Missouri tax. So I'm even more so now trying to refocus into living in the exact correct place to optimize for investment. And you guys are here hanging out, listening to that process, and maybe it makes you think about your choices in life too. But my choices have all been very good. It's not always clear that they're going to work when I start out, but they've all worked, and they've been pretty common sense too. Actually, many of the choices were common sense, but that's been it. And yeah, it's paying off. Wait, I'm not a sub anymore. Good games. What? From Misery or Missouri. Welcome to the Poke Emojis. Glad you're doing well. Welcome to the cult. Welcome, Rain Brian. The trucker that killed 3 people and injured many was intoxicated. Oh, I heard of that. Stephen Bodie said, as of now, there's no SCOTUS ruling. Oh, hold on. Let me see. What did I hear about? Let's see. Yeah, actually, you're probably right, because if that had been passed, we probably would have heard a lot more of that on the news. And I just heard the one guy talking about it. Let me see. Birthright. Citizen. That's one of the biggest issues of all. Missouri. Oh, misusing history to limit birthright citizenship. Let's see. No, you're right. I don't see anything in the news. Okay. Who knows what that other guy was talking about then? All right. Look at this. But yes, it's a massive issue. Well, yeah, it's a big subject. And as of up to now, it's been sort of like this, tongue-in-cheek sort of way to get into the country and become a citizen is to just jump in and have a baby. And almost no other countries do that. They don't have a loophole like that. And Trump's saying we got to close that loophole. And it's a really, really, really big issue. All right, here's Michael Pettiford. 2 Japanese OP13s, 1 Cardos Disney. You got it, man. Ready? Okay, 1, 2. And an OP13. Oh, I'm sorry, and a Cardos Disney. Where do we put these? Is it back here? Yep, here it is. Found it. All right. Very good. Okay. New to the channel. What's up, Pokey Rooster Red? How's it going, man? Pokey Rooster Red, we specialize in Pokemon card breaks. We got all the booster packs, of course, but we specialize in Pokemon card breaks. Here's Spooty Man. It's Spooty Man. Okay, little Spooty Man. Hello, Mister. Hey, what's up, Hobo Cage Fighter? Here's OP13. Ooh. And here's, oops, a hollow, which should have just been put in here. All right. Michael Pettiford. Did you need a new bag, Michael? I can't remember. Ugh. Here it is, Michael Pettiford. Last night there was a lot of news in the UK, in Ireland, because there was an R wording of a 10-year-old girl in Ireland, and from an immigrant, and it was a guy who had been ordered to be deported by a judge, and he didn't get deported, and then so he commits this really horrible thing on this girl, and so now they're rioting over there. I don't know if that's still ongoing, but that was the news last night. Here's click. Mr. NHCC, jump me in that Burger Chew. Here goes. Burger Chew's going off, everybody. Burger Chew time. Did you hear Japan elected their first female prime minister? I did hear about that. It's pretty interesting. I hear she's very conservative. It is. All right. I heard that she also does not want immigration into Japan. Very interesting. It is. Yeah, she's apparently a very conservative woman. I don't know much about her. We'll see what happens. It is. Okay. All right. Very good. So what we got? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ah, haha. In Japan, it was sort of proposed to bring in millions and millions of immigrants from India to replace the aging population in Japan because they needed more workers, right? And this idea proved to be kind of unpopular. There were some big protests over that. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. That's sort of the idea by a lot of governments, is to bring people in from just all over the world. But especially India is pretty good. And it's changing the demographics of those countries. And then you get a pushback by the people going, wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There it is. It brings into question that concept of nationality and ethnicity and whether it matters or not to people. And we grew up in sort of like a post-World War II time era where everyone's very open-minded. Nobody wants to be selfish. Nobody wants to be mean. Nobody wants to be well, my people. Oops. It's a bad look, right? You want to be very open and diverse. Diversity is celebrated. But it's interesting because as time goes by, it turns out there's so many people in the world outside of maybe the UK, right? UK is really small. It's a small island. There's so many people outside of it that you can easily overwhelm the native population until they become a minority. And so some people call that mass migration, immigration, or replacement immigration, which is a bit more of a, that's a bit more of an accusatory term. And so now this is the big issue in politics these days. Immigration is probably the #1 issue. Here it is. All right. So we need a number. Give me a number. Did I get put in the Disney pack split? You sure did. 2 spots. Pretty bad. A lot of the people they brought in don't want to adhere to Japanese rule and societal structure. So a lot of them are taking advantage of Japan being so good-mannered. We got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's one of the arguments. One of the arguments is just that crime goes up if you bring in people from, let's say, parts of the world that are not as cultured, perhaps. I don't know what you might call it. Maybe educated, maybe mannered, civilized. So one of the arguments is just that crime goes up, right? But, I don't even think that argument is necessary. I think the deeper argument, and perhaps the harder argument to talk about because it's a sensitive subject, but the real argument, the deeper subject is, do you want Tokyo to be minority Japanese? Should it be a mix of the world, right? Should it be 20% white, 20% Hispanic, 20% black, 20% Jewish, 20%, you know what I mean? Should it be 10% Filipino, 10% Indonesian, 10%, or should it just be majority Japanese? And that's a real question. What kind of country do you want? Do you want a globalist utopia city, kind of like New York, right? Or do you want your city to be more like, native? And that's a debate a lot of people are having. Yeah, it's a really interesting conversation. All right, we'll take another number. People blame the juice for that, the melting pot idea. I don't think it's the juice. I think that it's a general liberal progressive idea that everyone should kind of come together into a melting pot. All right, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. In fact, I think there's plenty of Jews that don't actually like that idea. They're like, no, we are. Not plenty, but I think there's some anyways. So you get conservative Jews and you get liberal Jews. And that's true. You get conservative Catholics, liberal Catholics. So it's more like an openness versus a closedness. Some people want an area to remain closed, just for you, just my tribe, just my people. And other people say, hey, let everyone in. Let's mix up a little bit. Let's try something new. Let's experiment. And that could easily describe the two personalities, conservatism and liberalism. Here's Joey Albrecht. It's a very fascinating conversation. Joey Albrecht, number 1. Sorry, Joey. Number 2 is going to be, oops, it's hard to reach this, NHCC. Come on, Pikachu. Cold. Pikachu's going off right now, guys. This is the Pikachu break. Carlos Sura. Boom, that's cold. Yeah, but look at Israel. They vaccinated Ethiopian women with shots that made them infertile. I don't know about all that. That's too conspiracy theory for me. I don't get that deep. I don't get into the barracks of the conversations like that. That's far too deep for me. I'd rather deal with the macro elements of the ideas. Here's Rowena. Mr. Rowena, could it be you? Ah, it's cold. I'm sorry, Rowena. You are watching a break take place. Here's Tammy Law. I didn't know Tammy was in this one. What? Tammy's pulling it? Is Tammy here? Wow. Tammy pulls the burger chew. Tammy does not join a lot of breaks. Congratulations, Tammy. Diversity doesn't work well. Tribalism will always happen. It's human nature to be with people who look like you. I think it works. I think if you do too much too fast, maybe that triggers a reaction. Also, I think it has to be financially viable. So if you look at it kind of like a video game or just like a scientific or perhaps like a academic subject, I would say if you do too much too fast and if it's not financially viable, those are the two measurable problems. So too much too fast and not financially good. Here's Hedison. Okay, so your country has to actually feel prosperous and your country has to not have financial problems before you start bringing tons of people in. Beatrice Moniz. Okay, Miss Beatrice, that's cold. And Joey Albrecht. Sorry, Joey. That's cold. All right, that's the end of the Pikachu break. Miss Tammy Lowe correctly takes the Pikachu. All the packs are used up. It's wigged. Mister can't criticize the juice. He's compromised. Well, that's because I'm Jewish. No, I'm just kidding. We are. The juice. The juice. Let's see. I'm going to grab some of these. That's why I love Pokemon cards so much. This is a typical Jewish stereotype. Oy vey. Here's this. Here's this. The Mossad's paying him. Here's this. Here's this. If you want to know about my philosophies, I'm a strong believer in knowledge and intelligence above all other things. Everything. Knowledge and intelligence. Knowledge, intelligence, and reason. There we go. Miss Tammy. Here you go, Tammy. All right. Okay. So I'm not very convicted toward too many religious ideas. Okay. All right. Ooh. Is she here? She's not here. All right. I'll even write down that she won the break. It'll be really funny because she'll go in to write the breakdown and she'll see it was her. Mr. maxes out his intelligence in every Fallout game. Mister, can you play Hava Nagila? It makes me feel richer when you play it. What's that? Is that a Jewish song? Here we go. Okay, so this will be under the breaks channel. Breaks history. Okay, breaks history. Tammy pulls Burger Chew. I know If I Was a Rich Man. That's a pretty good one, right? If I was a rich man. All right. So here's Jeff Leon, 2 Oshinoko, 2 Sneaker Bunko, 2 English Nikkei. You got it. Okay. 2 Sneaker Bunkos. Now I'm moving to the UAE, man. I'm converting to Islam. Easy. And 2 sneakers, right? I like the UAE. I'm not even kidding, dude. I actually like the UAE. The more I learn about it, the more I like it. Same with Hong Kong. I like the UAE, Hong Kong, and Switzerland. Big fan of those 3 places. Hong Kong, UAE, Switzerland. Smart places, man. They're going to do very well over time. I don't even think I could afford to get into Switzerland. They are. Switzerland's crazy. Well, all 3 of them are expensive. None of them are cheap. He doesn't know Hava Nagila. Mexican president is Jewish. Oh, right. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Is she doing a good job? I can't tell if she's doing a good job for the Mexican people or not. If they like her, they like her. I don't know. I don't have too much to say about her, I guess. Here's this. I think if I was a Mexican Chad, I'd be like, hell no, dude. Let's get some Mexican dude up in here. We are. But I don't know where the Chads are. The Chads might have all been killed off by the drug cartel, or they might have joined the drug cartel. That's where all your Chads are. Here we are. Very good. And here's this guy. And here's this girl, full art. She has banned anyone from taking a photo of her from the side. What? Bring back President Fox. Ah! All right. Coming out of the Oshinokos, an SEC plus. Wow, you're on a roll, man. Very lucky, Mr. Jeff Leon. I'm a Mexican Chad. Hell yeah, dude. All right. Very good. What was her name? Something Bomb or something like that, right? All right, there we go. Jeff Leon. Yeah, if I was a Mexican Chad, I'd demand that a pure-blooded Mexican warlord takes that seat. You know, that's what you want. You want like a tough guy in there. Here goes Jeff. Everyone's kind of obsessed with more of like a feminine energy these days, but I feel like, I don't know why that is. I don't think it necessarily works. And I think that Donald Trump is more like a masculine energy. Here's Shining Magikarp. Even the new prime minister of Japan, she actually feels kind of like a tough guy a little bit instantly. So I think they might do well with her. I think they might do well. I think being nice in the international society does not actually do very well for you. In the end, you just end up paying for things for people. You know what I mean? Like you're just saying, all right, I'll pay for it. All right, we got, I mean, the goal is like a utopia where we all get along, right? But I feel like that's sort of just an idealism that does not actually play out. When you're too nice, you just get taken advantage of people who do not feel bad about things. So they go, hey, that's a nice person. Let's take advantage of them. So I think that's how it actually is working. I don't think it's working like you're nice and then everyone else is inspired to be nice. I think that it actually sort of encourages, like Putin, for example, he's a perfect example of the existential threat of mean guyness, you know? So the mean guys never really go anywhere. They're ambitious, they rise into power, and then they look at you and say, hey, that's a nice port and water you've got over there, and a nice breadbasket of Europe you got there. Would you mind if we just killed a whole bunch of you and took some of your land? So that, I think that's what happened. It's just sort of like a naturally occurring phenomenon, probably coming out of nature. You know, it's not like this artificial dye or bleach or something. It's deep in the heart of our genetic DNA to, once you get strong enough to just sort of say, I don't have to be nice. I can just take everything. I have all the guns. And so, you know, no matter how nice society gets, you're just sort of setting the pins up for one bowling ball to come along. It just takes one. You get 12 nice countries and one bowling ball country, and everything comes crumbling down. So the utopia is just probably not going to be happening. The closest thing to a utopia will probably look like nice countries that also know how to be tough. So it's going to be like a mix, you know? All right, search for the frozen Esper. That's my perspective anyways. And I think the world will always press on you. You're always going to have to push back. So this is the English version of the card, and there's one for sale for $100, but it's from Canada. All right, so we'll just match that. Edward, we love the card for their personality. Japan's new prime minister plays the drums. Oh, that's so cool. That's a nice, fun little detail. We are. All right. Very good. Here's Akeno Himejima. This one might be popular. This is like a straight up booby card. I think this is high school, what are they? High school DxD or something like that. I don't know the name of these characters. Asuka DxD right there. All right. Very nice. So it's Akeno. Oops. Akeno Hime Jima. These were cards that BGS rejected. I had already graded one of these, and BGS rejected it. So I had to send it off to PSA instead. And is this the exact card? So here's the exact card. And it's being sold for $50. So that'll be our price, $50. Okay. Piasso Asan, what's up, guys? Googled her and it popped out that she can play Iron Maiden. Oh, that's so cool. Here's Ice Cube. You know, Ice Cube's not the most popular Pokemon, but I love this artwork. I mean, check it out. He's got Ice Cube for a head. He's got a flaming torch hat, and he's using a fire attack. He's a fire type. Like, none of it makes sense. It's really hilarious. I love the contrasts. That was like, you know, the terrestrialization. That's kind of like what it did well, where those weird ice, contrasts. Like, it just doesn't make sense. So this is Ice Cube. What set is it from? Obsidian Flame? Let's type in Flame. Ice Cube Flame. And it's the alt art. And it looks like it's about $47. So about 47. You put me that card from Obsidian Flame. Yeah. I like the card. I already owned a couple of them in order to get them graded. So I really like them. All right. So we got this. This is English Final Fantasy, Search for the Frozen Esper. Now, this one will go up onto eBay pretty fast because if you guys don't want it, eBay's got to have it right away. Here's the Akeno. I don't think I have to wait for this one to sell. This one's going to sell. And then here's the Ice Cube. Yeah, give that one like a weekend, like a Friday weekend, and it'll be gone. Did you guys catch this? Did you see this? The Tyranitar is up to 7 out of 27. He's a big deal. That's one of the best pulls. He's basically our rare candy. Yeah, I might as well, instead of calling it staff, I might as well call it the rare candy break. Because that's basically what it is. That's our rare candy. I'll never sell it, mister, ever. Yeah. Need more earthworm slabs. Bring all the boys to the yard. Dibs, set that Akeno aside for me. Are you saying you sent for it? It's definitely first come, first serve, but you could put it in the slab away if you're trying to stop others from snatching it first. Might as well call this what it is. It's basically our rare candy pull. I think it's sold. Here's NHCC, and he says, I'll take it. All right, so that's good. Very nice. NHCC. That's good. You know why that's good, NHCC? I got to sell something because I got to make up for tons and tons of thousands of dollars of grading. I got to actually sell some of this crap. Damn, NHCC was quick. All right, so there's no orders in the queue. It's exactly 7 p.m. We need to choose a card for the next lightning break. Come on, lightning break. That could be a nice lightning break. We have two versions of the card, actually. Okay. Sylveon Festival. Give me a minute. All right, so I found 190, 190, you say? Okay, divided by 40. Okay, so it looks like we're probably going to go for about... Dang, I hate it when it works like this. It's landing right on 6.4. I hate that. Which means I can either make it 7 plus 1 spot for, you know... Yeah, let's just do that. I'm just going to do that. Wait, let me do the math real fast. I don't know. Hold on. Let me do the math. Nah. Let's do 6. All right, we're going to do 6. 6, and there's going to be a... Now, we'll do this. This guy's really nice looking. We're going to do 6, okay? That's the new lightning break. 7's too high. All right. Set this here for the moment. Yeah, he needs to add Tammy to the bounty, too. Oh, Tammy needs to go in the bounty. Thank you. Tammy and Jeff Leon need to go in the bounty. Jeff Leon got a hit. Forgot about that. Did Jeff get 2 hits? Jeff got 2 hits. He needs 2 spots in the bounty. Okay, so the way this works, the actual price of the Sylveon is 1 in 6, but it comes out to a total of 1 in 7 because one of those spots is for the star card. Now, if I had chosen 1 in 7, it would have been 1 in 8. We're doing a 1 in 7 total. That's your odds. So you have a chance, 1 in 7, to pick up this nice Sylveon. And there it is, your new lightning break. Okay. It's a lovely card. It's a really beautiful card. Hey, how's it going, Lewis? He says, will you do $30 on the Jigglypuff? I appreciate your offer. Right now, it's just a $4 difference from 30 to 34. I'm just going to stick with the 34. We go Tammy. Low. And here is Jeff Leon. My writing is getting worse over time. Here's Jeff Leon. Let me go look up the PSA 10 price on it, okay? If the PSA 10 price on it is lower, I will lower it. If it's higher, though, I'm going to raise it, okay? So we're going to decide if it goes up or if it goes down right now, okay? We just peg the price to the buy now. That way we don't have to do much haggling at all. There's not much haggling. Okay, ready? So we're going to say Old Maid. Ready? Old Maid Jigglypuff. I typed in Jugglypuff. Jugglypuff has big jugs. All right. So it looks like the cheapest Jugglypuff is going to be $29 and $4 shipping, which really comes out to about $33.65. Now, if you add taxes into that, it actually gets above that number. So let's say 33 times 0.8. No, 0.08. So it comes out about $2.64 taxes more. So it actually comes out to a little over $35. So instead of bringing it down to 34, I'm going to raise it by $1 to 35. You are. I still think it's a fantastic card. I think it's worth every penny. It's a 10. All 10s are pretty valuable, and it's at such a low valuation right now. I don't need to, I mean, it doesn't affect me not to sell it for $35. $35 a product makes no difference to me. It is. All right. I work for a cannabis. Nice, dude. Here's Deontay. Now, I was 34 before because I was just trying to do a nice price on it. But if you make me check the price, it could go up. It could go down, too, though. I don't mind lowering it, too. Could go up, though, sometimes. Just depends. But, you know, when I pick an initial price, I don't want to do any haggling. And sometimes I'll just choose a lower price anyways. Let's see. Victory Road says, went off. The McDonald's Pikachu went off. We have another one of those styles of breaks. It's a $30 break. You ready? You want to see it? Here it goes. So we've got this beautiful Gengar here. And he's a $30 1 in 7 odds. He's the Halloween break. And he's a fantastic card because he's only $30 to jump into and such good odds. And then here's the new proper lightning break. It's going to be this beautiful Tag 10 Sylveon. It's a 41 and 7 with a star in it. Okay. So we try to get you guys lots of cool breaks. Mister, did I miss the 151 surprise break? That's correct. That took place yesterday night. So if you'd like to watch that, go watch yesterday night's. Oh, wait, was it yesterday night? No, it was 2 nights ago. 2 nights ago. You'll be able to tell that it's the surprise break stream because we actually took a picture of the surprise booster box for the thumbnail. So you can go back and watch that. Were you Mike? Who were you? I don't know who you are, Mr. Victory Road. But I know there was a guy named Mike in there, and he was a new guy, and I wanted him to watch it live. So what I did was I sent him $1 on Cash App to try and help him know that it was going off. I actually sent him $1. That shows you I don't care about $1. I am Mike. Yes, so Mike, you got a free $1 from me because I sent you $1 in Cash App to try and let you know it was going off because I wanted you to see it. But I guess you did not catch that. Yeah, if you check your Cash App, you'll see $1 from me. And then here's what you pulled, Mr. Mike. You got some hollows. You got Master Ball Bellsprout. You got a shiny Starmie. That's cool. You got Alakazam. And I believe that might be it. I think these cards might have already... No. These appear to be part of it, too. So you got Raichu. You've got a nice Arbok and a Mewtwo. Nobody pulled Gengar, though. Nobody pulled Gengar. But yes, it did go off on Monday, and you could go rewatch it, okay? Haha, you did. Wow. Yeah. Well, we just raised this Jigglypuff by $1. And it's not about the dollar. That's the thing. It's not about the dollar. It doesn't matter to me. It's just about the ideas. It's about the systems. I like it when I can price the Jigglypuff and not worry about it. And not have to, haggle for every card. We don't want to waste our time haggling. Haggling is no good. Haggling can end up with the card going up, not down. Here's End's Plan, but sometimes it does go down. So if you truly find one cheaper, come let me know. Here's Freya, Royal Princess, and here's Darkrai. Here it is. Beautiful. Thank you very much. No problem, man. Did you end up deciding what to do with the Quest 5s? The Quest 5s. William, I'm probably going to send those off to CGC or to Beckett. They need to be examined. So I need to know for sure why they graded 5, and I need to see if they can regrade into 8s. So, or even like, I don't know, like 9s if I'm very lucky. So they're such rare cards that I don't think PSA or CGC or Beckett have a very good system for grading them. And giving it such a low grade of 5 doesn't make any sense to me because they appear to be pretty much new. So it gave such a harsh grade to them, maybe to be safe, I don't know. But, PSA tends to do that with their mid-grades anyways. So we'll have to re-examine those and see if we get a better price. I just didn't want to miss it if you end up selling them. No, all of those will be cracked and regraded, perhaps with CGC. I think they're so valuable that I don't want to miss a chance for them to go up significantly in grade. All right, guys, that is going to be the end of the Wednesday daytime stream. I had a great time with you all. We're going to be back on for the Wednesday nighttime stream, so I hope you'll be there. And we don't have any special product in the mail, but we have tons of slabs, just tons of them. We got new breaks and tons of slabs, so I hope you guys will join. I'll be back tonight. See you later, everybody.